The first update of Fortnite Simpsons is here, and it's literally raining donuts. From the new chainsaw to this abomination known as the 5-gun, let's land at the new boss to get his mythic. So after finding Homer, Marge, and Krusty spawning randomly across the island, you'll now have a chance to run into Mo. You'll literally just find him standing around, and if you attack him, he won't go down without a fight. If you take him out though, you might be expecting to finally see his 5-gun mythic, but instead, you'll get an enhanced striker AR. While he still does have some pretty good loot, you can find the 5-gun elsewhere on the island. With the update, it's now officially in the game, and it's not even just a mythic like we first thought. It turns out this thing is also available in epic and legendary rarity in the loot pool, and it's insanely OP. It lets you use a shotgun, SMG, 2 pistols, and a revolver. The best part is the deodorizer and slingshot are back in the loot pool to stay for the rest of the season. For now though, we're only in week 2 of the season, and if you're wondering how we got here, look no further than the new official Simpsons short. It shows Homer has gone even further with the power of the Zero Shard in his remote, now making it rain donuts and food across Springfield. And so yeah, that's why we have donut storms across the island. As the zones progress after the second circle, you'll start to see these appear on your mini-map and get pinged on their location. Heading there is a big risk because these things hurt and will easily crush you, but the giant foods aren't just delicious, they also contain some tasty loot. By the time each storm is over, the area is completely flattened, leaving no buildings standing and a ton of weapons and items to collect. One of them might even be the new cartoon chainsaw. Okay, maybe that's not true. In reality, this thing is basically the one we had just a few weeks ago for Fortnite. But at least it's been completely redesigned for the collab and now looks exactly like the one used in the Itchy and Scratchy show. But to be honest, I'm even more excited to recreate this scene instead.
Mark, you want to see my new chainsaw, Huggy Bass?
This will be perfect when you can combine it with Scratchy himself. We saw him in the key art a while back, and now he is added as an actual skin ready to release in the shop soon. We'll probably get him later this week, along with some more hidden items, like his axe as a pickaxe, and all I'm hoping for is that we get Itchy along with him, either as a back bling or maybe even a sidekick. Now that would be awesome. One companion that is confirmed though is everyone's favorite cartoon pig. That's right, Spider Pig, also known as Harry Plopper, is officially coming to the game this update. We first saw hints of him in Fortnite when you entered the Simpsons home and simply looked up. On the ceiling were his iconic prints from the movie scene.
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
We all just thought this was a cool Easter egg, but now he is actually coming. He'll be our first collab sidekick, and you can spot him multiple times in the update's trailer. Another new cosmetic you'll be able to pick up in the store soon is Lisa Simpson. Just like Bart, she'll be in a mech suit, but this one is powered by AA batteries and designed by her. Thanks to leaks, we also have a look at her other items, including her back bling and saxophone pickaxe, which is also used in her emote. Purchase her bundle, and you'll even get your second Simpsons jam track, which is the monorail song.
There's nothing on earth like a genuine, bona fide, electrified 6-car monorail.
And before you try to recreate any iconic memes with her, Fortnite has already beat you to it. In a tweet, they teased her skin along with her standing on stage, which is a recreation of this scene.
For as long as there have been smart people, there have been bullies to prey on them.
She's also on the map already, and you can find her at the town hall offering help. There's a bunch more new NPCs on the map, some of which you'll notice have replaced some friends from before. It turns out Homer hasn't just been turning clouds into food, because normal NPCs that were around the island are food too. From Lotta the Taco to Sizzle the Burger, even Major Man Cake at the Slurp Works. And we also have our first teaser of next week. Eventually Homer takes it too far, and the town decides to take the shard off him, so he runs into hiding and dumps it in a nuclear core, melting it down. Then he makes the dumbest decision yet.
There's still some candy left in that candy bar wrapper. So many regrets. Losing family. Never got to eat candy bar.
Obviously, that's not a good sign, so when the meltdown happens and blasts Zero Shard energy across the island, it also duplicates Homer ready for week 3.
Stupid Flanders.
And yeah, the super styles for the season are also based on this, with our Battle Pass outfits covered in nuclear waste and even some melted Zero Shard mixed in. There's also some entirely new outfits in the update, from Fortnite's original takes on the season, like Constable Sprinkle and Flick Fusion, who's made with radioactive waste. Then there's an entirely new set of birds featuring a rooster, kestrel, and owl, and I gotta be honest, these guys look amazing. Did you know there's even some free ones in there? Because Freediver will be unlockable for players by playing and earning up to 100,000 XP XP on mobile or PC. But that's not all, because leakers believe that Clyde will be unlockable soon for no extra cost. Blitz just got a new update as well, and honestly, it is kinda random. When you load in, you'll find that Mortal Kombat mythics have been unvaulted, which seems awesome, right? Well, not exactly, because these things are totally broken. Sub-Zero Slide doesn't make you slide at all. In fact, it locks you in place, which is the opposite of what it's supposed to do. Something else to get hyped is now when you win a game, you'll be granted the Wings of Renown emote, which is completely free, and it even evolves with the more Blitz wins you get. I mean, hey, at least Scorpion's chain is working perfectly. And if Delulu wasn't wild enough with you squatting up with random players, things are about to get even crazier. Epic is adding changing booths, which basically let you throw on disguises mid-game, perfect for betraying people in even more hilarious ways. And it doesn't stop there, because they're also adding another new feature called randomized win conditions. By the sounds of it, maybe this will add random challenges in late game to make the mode even more chaotic. So let me know in the comments what you think it could mean. That's all of that without even mentioning the insane new item. This is the Delulu Friend Zone bubble, and let me tell you, it seems kind of busted. You're gonna get complete damage immunity while inside of it, low gravity, and the best part is you'll keep the effect for 30 seconds after leaving it. So if you thought all these updates sounded awesome, wait until you hear that Fortnite is already teasing the next live event. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't notice this teaser, because it's hiding at Risky Reels and OG. On the marquee sign, you can find new text reading, "A new story begins November 29th at 2 p.m. That's right, we officially have confirmation of the end of chapter event and the time it'll start. Now, one of the best secrets this season isn't even in the game at all. We all know about the classic couch gag at the end of every episode. I mean, they even let us recreate it in Fortnite at the Simpsons family home. But did you know they've started doing Fortnite-styled couch gags in the actual show too? In 2 of the latest episodes, the Simpsons fully embrace Fortnite, and the first one is straight up horrifying. Yes, they eat Peely. The second gag is even funnier because it shows the family diving in from the battle bus just like we do in game, but of course it ends exactly as you'd expect with Homer. And that's not the only classic reference either, because if you go up to Bart's NPC as Guernsey, he'll say one of his most famous lines.
Don't have a cow.
Also, Epic recently dropped some brand new stats for the season, and let me tell you, some of these are pretty hilarious. They revealed that the Ned Flanders NPC has killed over 33,000 players and retweeted this.
Ned is f***ing them up. Ned is killing them. Holy sh**.
Yeah, so much for the nicest guy in Springfield. They also revealed that 24 million players have died at Camp Krusty, over 459 million Simpsons consumables have been used, and that Jebediah's head has been shot off almost 6 million times. In another video, I showed you guys this secret puzzle at the power plant. It's a pretty good way to get some loot, but did you know this is also a reference to the show? All the way back in season 3, Homer almost destroys Springfield when he falls asleep at work. He freaks out trying to fix it and decides to press a random button by doing this. Well, if you look closely in game, you could actually see those exact words written on the puzzle buttons. It's a great homage for classic Simpsons fans, and so was the recreation of the OG loading screen. Epic really went all out on this, but that's when fans noticed something insane. This wasn't the first time The Simpsons recreated Fortnite art. If you look at their old mobile game Tapped Out, the art is a recreation of Save the World's most famous image, and they did this over half a decade ago. Another tiny detail you might have missed shows up when you talk to Marge. If you walk up to her as Hope, she'll say, "I just love your hair," and that's because they both have blue hair. While we're on the topic of Epic going all out with the small details, we gotta head back to Fortnite Mayor's Scooby-Doo collab. The set is already full of insane references, but Fred's backbling is hiding a mind-blowing secret. This is the Black Knight, and at first glance, it just looks like a ghost trapped in armor, but equip the helm pickaxe and you'll notice the helmet actually lifts off the back bling, revealing the ghost underneath. And with the release of Sidekicks, Fortnite referenced one of the most adorable dog memes on the planet. Everybody knows that one gif where the butterfly lands on the dog's nose. It's adorable, and it turns out Epic actually recreated it. As you can see, they swapped the German Shepherd for a pug and even went with the classic Rift butterfly. With an entire Simpsons season, you might have asked yourself, when is that dedicated Disney mode dropping that was leaked months ago? Well, it turns out it's kinda already started, and most players didn't even realize. Now, the actual game mode isn't out and should be arriving next year, but Disney already gave fans an official creative island where they could visit the park. Not only that, but it has a ton of cool mini games to jump into, Star Wars recreations, and even Marvel references. And can you imagine what the real mode would look like if this is just a small teaser? And speaking of things that are small, how about one of the tiniest details ever added to Fortnite? Epic dropped a cosmetic called Duke of the Flies, and as you'd expect, it's all about, flies swarming your character. But the craziest part is that you can literally see them land on your screen, which is completely breaking the fourth wall. And even that's not as cool as the Simpsons references this season. I got another one for the diehard fans, because over at the 33-cent store, you can find a forklift about to deliver a bunch of items. Seems random, but it's actually a reference to this hilarious scene from the show. And that is everything new in the first update of Fortnite Simpsons. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.